I bought 20 discontinued candies from our childhood to see if any of these deserve to be brought back from the dead or if they were discontinued for a reason. Our categories are gum, sour candy, gummies, hard candy, and chocolate. Starting with flavor that will last 12 seconds but will live in our hearts forever, our gum category. Zebra fruit stripe gum. This originally launched in 1969 and featured 5 flavors: melon, cherry, lemon orange, and peach smash. And it was very well known for the mascot, Yipes the zebra. And apparently, I didn't know this about this gum, but all of them come with a temporary tattoo, which is adorable. This one was discontinued fairly recently after a long run in 2024. So this gum is a little bit expired, and the eBay listing boldly states non-consumable. But I say, why not? We're gonna be eating way scarier things later in this video, so I'm gonna try it, and I wanna know if the tattoo still works. Cute. All the flavors. Each stick come with a tattoo? Oh yeah, cute. Moisten skin with hand lotion. And I want a little basketball playing diapers. I don't know, they're looking a little crusty, dusty. I mean, it tastes fine. It tastes good. Okay, let's see if our tattoo worked. Ta-da. Kinda. Okay, now it's starting to taste weird. Bring it back though. It was cute. Are you kidding me? Moving into the 1980s for our next gum. This is the orange juice bubble gum. And it's called that because it comes in the cutest little orange juice box. That is adorable. I wish I had this growing up and I would save this and use it for my American Girl dolls. They actually had a whole bunch of other juice flavors. We also have the apple one. Why would they stop making these? I love them. Look at those fruits. They're just happy to be here. And then it has this little spout like a normal juice box would. You pour your fruit flavored gravel right into your mouth. Oh my gosh, it literally looks like rocks. Okay, that one's actually mold. Oh no. Rest in peace. Oh no, sad. It reminds me of the rocks you put in like the bottom of a fish tank. Let's check our apple ones. These are legitimately from 1991, and obviously cardboard isn't like the best sealing material. So the apples, oh no, they're moldy too. Oh no. They're so cute though. Okay, if you're looking for a dupe though, there is a company that makes Getaway Galaxy rock gum that's kind of the same idea if you're looking for this fishbowl pebble gum texture. Well, I can't eat these ones, so we're gonna have to bring them back. Next up for gum, and for my 90s kids, we have bubble blocks. Look how cute this packaging is. That is the most 90s thing I've ever seen. Look at the character. And as you can probably tell, they were colorful little blocks that were like Lego inspired. This is amazing. This is sealed still, straight from the 90s, but I'm gonna open them because I wanna see if we can actually build something with them. We've done a lot of discontinued product videos before, but I have to say I was, I was not expecting the level of mold that we are already experiencing. Are you ready for this? That's so bad. I don't even want to touch those. Like, I knew it would be bad, but I was not expecting this. And don't worry, we are disinfecting everything in between each candy, because I mean, you can't stack them together because look, those are stacked. I can't believe they discontinued these. I say bring them back. This is all that's left of the Bubble Blocks legacy, and it's not looking good. Next is a 2000s gum icon, Trident Layers. I remember begging my mom for these specifically at the grocery store checkout, specifically the apple pineapple limited edition one, because I think they still make these. Like, they're floating around for purchase, the Trident Layers, but there have been a lot of specific flavors that have been discontinued, like this one. But I found it. This was supposed to be like the future of gum. It was basically the 2 different layers sandwiched into each other. An expiration on them? Valentine's Day 2014. Oh good. This one's sealed though, so it can't possibly be moldy, right? Wow. I mean, that looks brand new. However, the seller was storing these did a great job. Ta-da. I don't see any mold. That's a win. Taste test. Oh my gosh, it's 10 years old. Actually though, what did they make this out of that it tastes exactly the same 11 years later? Okay, I'm not gonna chew it too much because I'm afraid of what it will do to me, but taste-wise, It's like a little stale, but not bad. Impressive preservatives in this thing. I'm shocked by that one. Like, you can definitely tell something's wrong with it, but like you still get the flavor that it's going for. Moving on to the sour section of our haul, and we're starting with Shockers, aka Shock Tarts. The candy that personally attacked your taste buds in the 90s, and back then they were originally launched as the Shock Tarts, which is basically a sweet tart but sour. And then in the early 2000s, Willy Wonka rebranded them to Shockers. During this era, they were actually a personal favorite of mine. I remember the roller skating rink that I used to go to had some of them at like the snack counter. Oh, I loved them. But they died, and I think part of the reason is because they tried to rebrand them into Sweet Tarts Chewy Sours. It was just too much of a mouthful. People weren't having it, so they quietly disappeared in the mid 2010s. Until now. Okay, so in this box, I have the 1993 Shock Tarts. Cute. Okay, so they sent us the Shock Tarts, but they also threw in a bunch of bonuses. I am particularly excited about these Tartan Tinies because these are another discontinued one. And then here's some other ones that I don't necessarily think are discontinued, but so nice. This packaging is so cute. 1993. Say no to drugs, what? Okay, yes. I feel like the Shockers were maybe a little bit bigger, but they were this kind of like hard candy with a little bit of powder on them. Surprisingly, these ones don't look moldy. Yeah, they're a little bit discolored though. I've seen enough from our gum that I don't think I want to put these in my mouth, but they're looking good for being 31 years old. They don't look a day over 25. So that's our Shock Tarts. Tartan Tinies was another one that's been discontinued. Also very iconic 90s candy packaging. Oh wait, was Trident Splash discontinued? Wait, I loved those. They're the Trident gums that have the juice in them. I gotta look this up. And it all started with the peppermint one, and then they've just been slowly getting rid of them all since. What a fun little haul. I don't know, let me know if you think that the sour tarts should come back or if you think the chewy ones are good enough. You may or may not consider this next one a sour candy, but you have to admit they had a little bit of a kick to them. And I also didn't know another category to put them in: Pixie Sticks. And I know what you're thinking, Hope, Pixie Sticks aren't discontinued. I have news for you. Okay, but fun fact, did you know that Pixie Sticks actually started way back in the 1930s, and it was a drink mix-in? But the company noticed that kids were just dumping the whole packet straight into their mouth, so they decided to really lean into that, and thus Pixie Sticks were born. And in the 90s and 2000s, things really escalated. Enter giant Pixie Sticks, the bane of all of our parents' existence, just a tube full of sugar. So these still exist, the giant ones with the Pixie Stick branding, but here's where it gets weird. In 2023, rumors started swirling that the little Pixie Sticks are discontinued. Something like one of the ingredients got like banned or something, I don't know. But then Silly Sticks showed up in stores looking suspiciously similar. Same powder, same straw shape, even the same like logo look. So did Pixie Sticks rebrand? Is Silly Sticks just a complete imposter? We don't have answers, but I'm hoping to get some today because we have Silly Sticks right here. What company is this? Just Worlds? Yeah, World Confections. That is not who owns Pixie Stick, so I have these. And then we also found some OG Pixie Sticks to compare. These are not Pixie Sticks. We got scammed! This was like the one listing I could find online that said Pixie Sticks. I'll literally pop up a picture. That's what it said. But these definitely say clever candy straws. But does it all taste the same is what we're looking for. So we're gonna try a silly. Silly versus knockoff versus OG Pixie Stick formula. Okay, Pixie first. Yep, just how I remember it. Be a little sweeter than I remember it. How did we eat a whole thing of this? Silly. Tastes nothing like a Pixie Stick. What? It's like more flavorful. This one almost tastes like a crushed up blue raspberry Jolly Rancher. And then our imposter straw tastes exactly like a Silly Stick. Let's see if they look any different, because those are not the same thing. They look pretty much the same. Maybe that's like a little bit darker, but that is so weird that the little versions of this just doesn't exist anymore. What happened? What happened to Pixie Sticks? If at any point this video makes you feel nostalgic, you might as well hit the subscribe button. And if you don't subscribe, the ghost of my cursed mega Sour Patch Kid is gonna haunt you tonight. Next up, Sour Patch Exploders. These are basically if Sour Patch Kids and a gusher had a baby, a 2000s dream, really. They launched back in 2012 and they were around for about 10 years. These were all the different flavors. They look great. I never had a chance to try them. Personally, I feel like it was false advertising though, because I thought it was gonna be a Sour Patch Kid full of juice, but they were just like round, like fruit snack shaped. I think it was a miss on their behalf, but today we're gonna be fixing that because you cannot buy them anymore. So let me introduce to you my Sour Patch Exploders DIY kit, complete with our injecting syringe. We even have our packaging to put them in when they're done. I'm so excited. So unlike Sour Patch Kids, I'm gonna make actual kids because I think it'll be cuter. And then we also brought back the giant Sour Patch Kid because why not? We could fill him with so much juice. All right, let's do this. If you wanna see the full recipe on how to actually make the kids, that is in my giant candy video, but we're skipping to the good part. Popping them out of the mold. I haven't made little ones before yet though. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Look at him. Step one, we're gonna inject it. Oh, we gotta blow out. Getting the hang of it, you inject at the bottom, push it all the way up, and then release the juice as you pull the needle out. That's how they do lip injections. That one has juice in it. Okay, we're getting better. Next step is to roll them in our citric acid sugar, and they're done. I'm gonna bite into it and see if it's juicy. Actually, yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so much citric acid. The reaction that Sour Patch Kids thinks we have when we'll eat theirs. But there's not that much powder on theirs. Whoa, this is good. They're so little that they don't fit that much juice. Well, that's why I got the big boy to fill up. I think that one's gonna be fun. You can totally see the juice though. Put them in their new home. We'll call that one a success. So the first time we tried to inject a giant one, it ended up looking like a crime scene. So we're gonna try to be more careful this time, but hey, let's see if it's satisfying. Ooh, it's working. Oh. Stop bleeding, stop! Ah! Pastry chefs in the comments, let me know an easier way to inject something like this. I think that's as juicy as he's gonna get. It looks like he has a heart. Giant Sour Patch Exploder. You would not like this. Here we go. Wow! What a big bite. Look, it worked! It looks kind of gross. Maybe we should have done a different color besides red. Success. I'm down for them to bring this one back, but I want Sour Patch Kid shaped ones like this. We're officially entering the gummy zone, and I'm starting it off with a joke. Why did the melon jump into the lake? Because it wanted to be a watermelon. That's right, we have Laffy Taffy up next. And no, Laffy Taffy isn't discontinued, but there are some specific flavors that have been that I wanted to mention. Dates, kind of unclear specifically, but I think these were big in the 90s. Okay, so this one. Laffy Taffy watermelon with candy seeds. Doesn't that just sound amazing? They literally like crunched when you bit into it. I don't know why they discontinued it. They still have watermelon Laffy Taffy, it just doesn't have the seeds in it. And then around the same time, they also had Cherry Sparkle, which had little sprinkles in it. That was another really beloved one. Discontinued. They are long gone and I couldn't find any for sale anywhere, but we did find this Etsy seller that remakes them. They literally put candy seeds in them and everything. It's just called 90s Kid Candy. Let's taste test it and see if Laffy Taffy needs to bring it back. It's good. You know what it reminds me of though? When I would go to the dentist as a kid and get the fluoride treatment, I would always pick the watermelon flavor. So now it's just always gonna remind me of that. Okay, wait, I gotta try a bite with a seed in it. It crunched, did you hear it? Those are so cute. It's literally a little hard candy with a black shell. But the problem with this is it doesn't come with a joke like a true Laffy Taffy does, so we found this. This is the official Laffy Taffy joke book from 1996. I'm gonna have dad jokes for days for the rest of my life. Okay, I'm gonna randomly turn to one and that's our joke that goes with this candy. Ready? What do lawyers wear to court? A lawsuit. You're welcome. Well, if you're ever craving this, now you know that this exists on Etsy. Okay, next up in our gummy adventure, I have never heard of these, so let me know if you have. They are the Jolly Rancher Bites, specifically the Awesome Twosome collection. 2 fruity flavors in 1 chewy cube is what it says. Wow. Oh. These ones just barely expired like a few months ago, so they look so good. Are you kidding? Like the outside's one flavor and then there's one in the middle. Yum. These are watermelon apple and cherry orange. I guess these launched all the way back in the 90s and then just recently got discontinued. But this one specifically, there's actually like a petition floating around to bring them back, so people really love them. This is also one of the most expensive candies in our haul. This seller was selling them for $200 for one bag. We ended up getting them for like 100, but they better be good. I mean, they still look good. Watermelon apple. I don't like it at all. I don't like the texture or the taste. Sorry. I think I'm a hater. I don't think I'll be joining the petition. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm not a Jolly Rancher watermelon fan. Let me try the orange cherry. No. No, don't like that one either. No, Lee, it's not good. I really don't like the texture of the inside. It's like kind of gooey, but also gritty. Nope, they're not for me. Those ones can stay dead to me, sorry. Dweebs, not you, this candy, that's what it's called. Dweebs are actually like Nerd's weird cousin. They were launched in the early 90s, so like around the same time as Nerds, a little bit after. They didn't last long in the US, but I guess you can get these overseas, so we got some from Europe. Shout out to my European hopefuls. Ah, they're even like written in the same font as Nerds. So I guess these are supposed to be like bigger and softer Nerds. I don't know. Maybe they're just soft launching a new texture to see if people liked it or not. The flavor is grape and blueberry. I'm sure they come in a bunch of flavors though. Okay, the good news is they're not expired, so I can eat them. The bad news is they're not expired, so they're not technically vintage. I couldn't find any vintage dweebs, but what I did find that's vintage. I didn't even know this was a thing. Maybe some of you remember, but in the 80s and 90s, they came out with this thing called the Nerds Box Buddy. Basically, it was a little box to store your extra nerds in, because obviously once you rip open a Nerds box, they're just kind of messy, but they came in all kinds of different fun little shapes. So this one's a cat. Is there nerds in here? I'm scared of that other box. What is that? I think this is actually a box of nerds. I didn't realize it came with real nerds. These are from 1984. They've seen better days. They were rainbow flavored at one point, but based on the color of this box, this thing they melted into, ew, that looks like something out of a sci-fi movie. If you've ever wondered what 40-year-old nerds look like, it's that. Hey, time for dweebs. They do look a little bigger. Let's see if the texture is any different. Oh, I don't like that. They are soft. They taste like a nerd, but the texture almost seems like they've been soaking in liquid for like a couple hours. Almost like a Skittle if it was microscopic. Okay, they're growing on me the more that I eat them, but the textures caught me way off guard. I think my UK friends can keep these ones though. I don't think we need them to come back here. 2007 gave us two things, the berries and cream flavored Starburst and this commercial to go along with it.
Berries and cream, I'm a little lad who loves berries and cream.
They were not necessarily a hit when they first came out back in the day, but you might remember 2021, this commercial had the biggest viral resurgence for some reason. Everybody was dressing up like the little lad, singing to the little lad song. It was too much. And surprisingly, that would have been the perfect opportunity for Starburst to bring these back, but they didn't. I think that was a big marketing miss, but today we're bringing them back. You know, surprisingly, Starbursts aren't that complicated to make, especially if you have a little Starburst shaped mold. And then you can basically mix in any specific flavor you want, so that made it pretty easy for us to recreate the berries and cream flavors, which were mixed berries and cream, strawberry and cream, raspberry and cream, and blueberry and cream. So after you mix up your Starburst concoction, put it in the molds, let it cool, you're gonna pop them out, and then step like 7 or whatever step we're on is you're gonna eat an entire package of regular Starburst so that you can steal their outfits and you can wrap your homemade ones in an actual Starburst wrapper. But are you ready for the best part of this DIY? We found a seller on Etsy that will custom make candy packaging. Look at this. Shout out to Savannah on my team for the graphic design, but I love that she did this. It literally looks like the actual thing because you can't buy these anywhere. Like I said, they weren't a hit, so I think nobody thought to keep them. All right, unboxing. Yay. Oh my gosh, that's so good. That's literally better than a real Starburst. Okay, wait, what berry though? Strawberry? Strawberries and cream. These are so good. If the actual ones tasted anything like this, we absolutely need to bring them back. Fire. We are kicking our hard candy section off with the original mouth burner Jolly Rancher Fire Sticks. This candy was actually a special request from my mom. Shout out HopeScope. And these Fire Sticks were actually one of Jolly Rancher's first candies that they launched. They were long, flat, red taffy sticks. I guess they were super spicy, like spicy enough that they could double as a dare on the playground. I guess the cinnamon flavored Jolly Ranchers are still around today, but the specific stick form was discontinued sometime in the early 2000s, so it was around for a while. I don't know why they got rid of it. But in here, another $100 eBay candy purchase, we have some OG Fire Sticks. Oh, they're big. The eBay listing says this one's from the 60s. Let's see if there's a date. No date on the package, so it's a trust me bro situation, but it's giving 60s. Should I open it? I'll just smell it. This smells like candy that your grandma's had in the bottom of her purse for like a decade. I'm not gonna eat it. I'm too scared, but I get the hype around it for sure. So Jolly Ranchers has sticks. They have cinnamon Jolly Ranchers. They just don't have a cinnamon stick anymore. This next one is fun. It's called Space Dust, and it's basically the powdered cousin to Pop Rocks. And it has a funny story. So this launched in 1978 by a food chemist who was actually trying to make instant soda when he stumbled upon this formula. Wow, this packet is in like pristine condition. Sizzling candy. We have the grape flavored one. There's no date on the packaging, but the seller says it's from the 70s. Sprinkle some on your tongue and it tingles, tickles, and makes your tongue laugh. Ooh, try on ice cream. Oh, you know, 60 years ago, it was probably more purple than that, but they're kind of like crushed up Pop Rocks. It's not as powdery as I was expecting. Parents hated it back in the day though. I guess they thought it looked like something that you'd get arrested for in the 70s. So due to the parent panic, they tried to rebrand it to Cosmic Candy, and it was a flop. People weren't into it, so they were discontinued in the late 1980s. Let me know if you miss it. I don't know, it just seems kind of like Pop Rocks to me, but I'm not putting this stuff in my mouth, but I'll dump some water on it and see if it still fizzes. Okay, ASMR. I'm gonna start a new YouTube channel that is 8 hours of space dust sound effects for sleep and relaxation. It's literally Pop Rocks though, like they do the same thing. Next up is Skittles. Before you panic, no, Skittles aren't discontinued. I'm talking about the Skittles flavors that were banished from the rainbow because there are some really weird ones that have happened in the past. Like in 2007, they came out with chocolate Skittles. That literally sounds like an April Fool's Day post that the brands do, but that was a real thing. And then Fizzled Fruits Fizzy Skittles, not to be confused with sour Skittles, those are still around. These are fizzing Skittles. Think like space dust on a Skittle, Pop Rocks on a Skittle, and you'll never believe what the secret ingredients of those was. I'll tell you in a minute. And then there was the mustard Skittles. Once again, I thought this was an April Fool's Day joke, but no. This was a very real collaboration with French's mustard. I think it was like ultra limited. Look how cute this fanny pack is. I got the fanny pack because turns out you can't buy any of these crazy Skittles flavors. Hello, is that children's sized? No, but it's not all the way loose, hang on. But I did come across a fellow YouTuber named Claire who has a recipe on how to make Skittles from scratch, meaning you can inject them with any flavor you want. She was like zesting real fruit to get the flavor. We're not gonna do all that, but we are gonna make these unique flavors so that I can finally try them. But first we have to make our Skittle base, which is a lot more complicated than I actually thought it would be. So this pot right here is gonna turn into our mustard Skittles. And while we're waiting for that to get to 250 degrees, the team already made me some chocolate Skittles and some fizzy Skittles. I'm gonna try the chocolate ones first in case the fizzy ones fry my taste buds. Look at the packaging and everything. So the specific flavors in this pack were s'mores, chocolate caramel, chocolate pudding, brownie batter, and vanilla. Ta-da! Okay, so I have a confession. In Claire's recipe, she went all out and actually made the hard candy shell from scratch. That looked like so much work. So we basically have the Skittle guts, which is the most important part. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can guess which flavors they were trying to make. I'm gonna try this one first because I'm assuming it's brownie batter by the color. Yeah, right? Yeah. Yay. This one's gotta be vanilla. Yeah. Definitely vanilla. It has like a tang to it before the flavor though.
And then the citric acid.
Let's do this light brown one next. Caramel?
No.
Oh, I was so confident. I was doing so good. S'mores? It's kind of graham crackery. I'm impressed. And this one? Oh my gosh, that one was so sour for some reason. The sour with the chocolate's an interesting combination. Yeah, all I'm getting is sour on that one. That one had too much citric acid. Okay, so chocolate Skittles, do they deserve to come back? I don't think so. It was a fun experiment though. Okay, our fizzled ones. Okay, so the flavors of these weren't that wild. It was like cherry, strawberry, raspberry, melon, fruit punch. Kind of basic, but. So the secret ingredient to get it to fizz is baking soda. Which just seems wrong. Citric acid and baking soda. What? Wait, I love it. I actually love it. It reminds me of those, what are those hard candy sours? That the stuff comes out, they probably use baking soda. No, they're like sours. Zots. Wait, I love them. You guys didn't?
No.
No, that's a fun hack. Roll your candy in citric acid and baking soda. Did it fizz?
I don't know about that.
Maybe I'm alone, but I love them. Bring them back. I think they're fun. Here, sugar lava's almost ready. If you guys saw my other candy video where we attempted to make the dragon's beard candy, I'm having traumatic flashbacks to that because that's basically what we're gonna have to do here again. We're gonna add more butter. Who knew that Skittles needed this much butter? Okay, now we're going to dump it in this greased pan and then the tricky part. Oh, it's so pretty. What if I just stop now? Skittles pancake. Hey, I think I just... It's supposed to be this hard. Oh, I don't know what they put in the actual mustard Skittles back in the day, but we're putting French's mustard in it, which will hopefully turn it yellow and give it the mustard flavor. Oh, this is a workout. I'm totally guessing how much to add.
There you go, that's good.
Okay. All right, citric acid. Gross, it looks so gross. Ew. Okay, this might be the weirdest thing I've ever done on this channel, cooking-wise. Ew, the smell. This is so good. Oh my gosh. Everything's going so good. I'm not doing that again though, so this is the final result. Taste test time. Something tells me it's not gonna be Skittles texture. Low-key, I don't hate it. Why does it kind of work? I guess because like sour, mustard, vinegar. The texture, we're not gonna talk about that. That was user error, but the flavor, I thought it would be worse. Should it come back? Maybe. Welcome to the chocolate section of our video, and welcome to the channel, The Marathon Bar, Mars's most dramatic candy hit of the 1970s. It was 8 inches of braided caramel covered in milk chocolate. It honestly sounds delicious, and their slogan was, lasts a good long time. I feel like that's such a weird slogan, but I guess it worked because people loved them. And to sell it, Mars actually hired Patrick Wayne, who is John Wayne's son, to be Marathon John, their like cowboy spokesperson. And the whole thing, he would outlast the villains with nothing but his jaw strength and a candy bar. They lost me on that plot, but. So they discontinued this in 1981. There's no clear reason why, other than I think it was kind of hard for them to make and it's just weird. Okay, but in this box, I found a knockoff version that's being made. So we can try it without poisoning ourselves with a 40-year-old candy. It's called a Curly Whirly. These are being made in the UK. Another fun fact, Marathon bars are Adam Sandler's favorite candy bar, which just seems like a very Adam Sandler thing. I feel like I've seen these and I kind of assumed they were like a giant chocolate covered pretzel because that's kind of what they look like. Okay, is it gonna be chewy or crunchy is the question. Oh, and soft. No, that's so good. Rolos were one of my favorite candies growing up, and this is basically like a braided stick of Rolos. Dang, they've been gone for over 40 years, bring them back. Okay, this next one is not just a piece of candy, it is a piece of cinematic history. We're talking about the Wonka bar. When the OG movie hit theaters in 1971, Quaker Oats, like the oatmeal company, actually sponsored the movie for $3 million, and their whole plan was to sponsor it and then come out with their own physical Wonka bar to sell when the movie came out. It's kind of brilliant, honestly. And it got discontinued in 2010, so it was around for a while. It just started not selling as well. I guess. And I can't find them anywhere, but I did find these replicas online. I don't know if they're gonna be like a biblically accurate Wonka bar or if they're just a Hershey's bar in a costume, but we're gonna find out. And they're cute and pink. I hope there's a golden ticket. 5 lucky winners will find a golden ticket, actually. It's straight up a Hershey's. I'm dead. What? We got a golden ticket! Do you think that's real? The only 5 people get them? I mean, I don't win anything. It's just like a kind of a recreation of the movie ticket, which is still cute. Okay, if I got one in my other one, then we know it's a scam, but that was exciting. Okay, let's see. Oh. I think they really got me with the marketing there. Childhood dream accomplished. I don't need to eat them because they're just Hershey's. Yeah. If you grew up in the 90s, you definitely remember asking, what is in the Wonder Balls? There were these chocolate bars, and the answer is usually a tiny Disney toy or figurine, AKA a mild choking hazard. So for that reason, in 1997, the Wonder Ball got pulled from the shelves, and Nestle replaced it with a version that was still a chocolate ball, but on the inside there was just like little candies. Not as exciting, but more parent approved, I guess. But I think I found some authentic from the 90s Wonder Balls with the toys inside. I really hope so. Yes, that looks like 90s packaging if I've ever seen it. But we got a full set of 12. I guess there was 24 different characters, so we'll see how many we can get. Oh my goodness. Honestly, Wonder Balls walked so that Pop Mart could run. I'm so excited for this. Oh, the packaging is so fun. Okay, first one. Oh, this chocolate has seen better days. Oh, wait, it's already opening. Okay. Oh, how are they saying it's a choking hazard if it came in a ball? Oh, it's like an Easter egg. Hey, Pegasus. Oh, that one's not breaking. Oh, there we go, there we go. Whoa, it's Pumbaa. Pumbaa, is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, they're all kind of like interactive. Like his wings flip up and down. Pumbaa's a stamp. Okay, box number 3. It's a crate. Oh, a Dalmatian. These are so fun. It's, what the? Zeus? Zeus statue. Scar. Oh my goodness. His little paws are stamps. Pink Jasmine. I love her. No way, she comes with a carpet. Oh, that's so cute. Wait, and Aladdin's supposed to fit on there with her. Now I have to get Aladdin. We're getting so many Hercules ones. It's this little like goon, I can't remember his name. Panic, that's his name. It's Timon. Whoa, oh my gosh, another Dalmatian. So far, no duplicates. Oh, a duplicate. I spoke too soon. Another Pegasus. Okay, we're nearing the end. Am I gonna get my Aladdin? Hades! Why is he in so many pieces? He's scary looking. Look at his face. The last Wonder Ball. Check it for good luck. A Dalmatian. It's a bobblehead. Oh, not a bobblehead. I mean, basically. Well, I didn't get what I wanted fully, so I'll just have to buy another set, I guess. This was fun. Bring them back. Bring back Wonder Balls with toys in them, because I loved that. Please tell me somebody else remembers these. The Hershey's Kissables. They look like little mini Hershey's Kisses, but like dressed as an M&M, meaning they had like a hard candy coating. And they were usually rainbow colors, but they also had seasonal drops like pastels for Easter, red and green for Christmas, pink for Valentine's Day. I remember them so vividly. They were such a vibe, but they only lasted a couple years because a couple years after launching, they replaced the cocoa butter with like a cheap vegetable oil. The taste changed, the texture changed, and people noticed. So they stopped selling and were gone in 2009. This is one that I can't find any of them floating around, but I did find a potential dupe. These are on Amazon and they are confetti chips. I don't think they're gonna be quite the same, but let's see. I mean, they smell kind of good. They're definitely a million different shapes. Like we've got some that are flat, some that are completely round, and maybe a few in here that are actually chocolate chip or Hershey's Kissable shaped. All right, let's see how they taste though. Why do they taste like frosting? Yeah, definitely more candy coating heavy and like a milky chocolate flavor like a Kissables was. So cute to like sprinkle on cupcakes or something, but I wouldn't eat them by the bag like a Kissable. So do Kissables deserve to come back? Honestly, in my opinion, yes, but only if they do them right. Don't mess up the formula again. Next is the candy bar that tried to bring the campfire to the candy aisle, but it was somewhat short-lived and kind of forgotten about. The Hershey's S'mores bar. I never tried this, but I wish I would have because I love a s'mores. I think this is brilliant. So it launched back in 2003 and it was basically graham cracker cookie, some marshmallow filling, and then of course your classic Hershey's milk chocolate. It disappeared around 2012 and there's like none floating around for resale, so we're gonna make it ourselves, which I think is gonna be a lot tastier than 13-year-old chocolate anyway. I feel like it's gonna be pretty easy. So we already have our mold here that we dumped our first layer of chocolate in, and then you just kind of scoop it up onto the sides as well. And then our next step is gonna be our marshmallow fluff. So we have that. We're gonna mix in some butter, some vanilla, just to soften it up and make it more pourable. Then we're gonna add our graham cracker layer, then the final layer of chocolate. Now we're just going to let it cool in the freezer and we should have a lovely chocolate bar. Ta-da! Doesn't it look so good? But there's one more finishing touch, the packaging. Nice. Wow, it's perfect. Now time to taste test and determine if it should be brought back. Okay. Wow, yes. As a s'mores fan, that is absolutely incredible. Look at those layers. Yeah, get rid of the Dubai chocolate trend. Make this a trend instead. S'mores chocolate bar. I love it. Yep, that's a win and a solid one to end on. We've chewed, we've crunched, we've questioned some of our childhood choices. Make sure to check out all of my other videos where I explore discontinued products from our childhood if you haven't binge watched them yet, and we will see you guys in the next video. Say bye, YouTube.